What's good, YouTube? It's Ray Drill. So in today's video, I'll be bringing y'all part 2 to my pistol trips mini scheme. So if you enjoyed this video, go and drop a like on the video right now. Go ahead and sub and turn on post notifications on. Now, before I do get to the video, I do ask if you find any value whatsoever out of anything in this video. I do ask if you could watch at least 30 seconds of any ad that you may see throughout the video. Because if you didn't know, when you hit skip ad, I actually do not get paid for that. And I really want to become a full-time YouTuber, so I would greatly appreciate that. So real quick also, for the CFL, so if you're on PS4 and you want to join the CFL, please hit me up. I have about, I believe, like 7 spots left as of right now, so make sure you do hit me up. I'm really excited to get this out because I will be showing y'all full gameplay where y'all can kind of see you know, how I like to run my offense and things of that nature. So make sure, if you want to see that, just make sure you go and join the CFL so we can get started. But anyway, let's go and hop right into this. So you see, we do have pistol trips. Now in part 1, now in part 2, I should say, I'll be talking about primarily man covers. I may show you a few zone examples, but primarily this video is for man. So if you want to see how I like to dial up zone, please go check out Pistol Trips Part 1. I'm going to go ahead and link that right here, so please go ahead and check out that. So for Part 2, it's going to be the same person that was Part 1. You just want to have your best receiver in this position, and I like having my second best receiver right here, and you'll see why that's important here in a second. Or you can also put him right here. It's completely up to you, but I just like having my best receiver here. That's the only recommendation I would give to you. So as far as what plays we're going over, so the 2 plays I'm going to be showing you is going to be this PA waggle. I'm just going to call it PA. Well, it's PA counter waggle. And then also the other play I'll be going over is PA halfback flat. Now, I have tons and tons of gameplay and tons of different setups for PA counter waggle that you're going to see. But this PA halfback flat is going to be like a bonus. So if you kind of want, you know, a different variation to attack man coverage, this is what it's going to be. So I'm going to make sure I believe that at the end of the video. So if you want to see that, either follow this timestamps or just make sure you watch to the end, whichever one you want to do. So we got PA counter waggle right here. So let's go ahead and call, let's just go, I don't know, let's do big nickel this video, and let's put in a safety right here for 51. So let's put in somebody like V Scott or Vern Scott, whoever that is. He might be good, who knows. But let's go out and let's come out and cover 2 men. So I'm thinking about showing y'all zones. I'm not sure, but I want to start off at least at man coverage so you can kind of tell what works. Now, you know what? I'll show you. I'll show you cover 3 and cover 2. Those are the only ones I do want to show. I don't want to show you like all the others and match coverage and stuff like that. So I'm actually not gonna spy anybody, as you can tell. We're gonna go ahead and press now. For the first setup, the reason I like this play is because it's almost like the bunch tight end PA boot. All I need to do is take X and put him on a delay fade, and honestly, it's gonna work the exact same way as that one does. So the reason why I wanted to show you this real quick, so because you need to know that you can run this to get zone. And one thing I like about this play is that they're gonna double team this guy right here automatically whenever you cancel the play action. So let me just go ahead and show you what I'm talking about. So let's see, we cancel it. Now we roll out the pocket, release our delay fade, and you see we can hit him right there. Normally you won't have to run all the way to the sideline. Just on practice mode, sometimes things are a little buggy. And real quick, I do want to hop into replay and just kind of show you what gets open against, like, it's going to be pretty much any zone coverage. So I'm only going to probably show cover 3. Then I'm going to move on to man coverage because it's going to work the same exact way. Cover 2, cover 4 drop, it's going to work the exact same way. You just need to trust me on that. So if they're not zone dropping or not playing hard flats, you're going to have this all the time. Or if they're not user guarding, I should say. So if the user, 9 times out of 10, the user will never guard this right here. They'll probably have some zone defender right there. And this is going to be the route that they're going to want to guard right here. Because if they do not guard this, you can tell you're going to be able to throw this pass. I know it looks like I can't, but all I have to do is stop right here. You see, all I have to do is stop right here, set my feet, and then I'll be able to throw this. Normally they're not even this close right here in this window, and I might just throw that for you one more time just so you can see. But anyways, you want to hit that tight end right here, and he's just almost always going to be open, and it's going to be like that even in man coverage. I do want to actually throw that read real quick. So let's go back to cover 3. Let's go ahead and press, and I also have gameplay as well. Y'all know I got the gameplay for y'all. So just put them on a delay fade. Now if you want to get triangle open, this is just a pointer. If you want to get that route open, then what I suggest is taking X, put them on a streak. So what this is going to do, I'm actually going to show you gameplay this as well, because one of the things I like to do, let's say I do this right, and then I roll out the pocket. What I like to do, I like to take a circle and playmaker him up and playmaker him past where that zone is, because sometimes they will zone drop and maybe they'll be using it on triangle, or they'll be expecting a delay fade, and then we'll turn around and playmaker that. So I wanted to make sure I did cover this because you're going to see me do this in game, and I want you to understand why I did it. So the reason that you're able to do this is because circle is actually your closest defender, and now when I playmaker him, he'll actually playmaker up, because what you're banking on the user either being somewhere right here well, up in this area. You're banking on him being somewhere up in here following this. So what we're going to be able to do is just playmaker him up, and the user won't have time to recover. So they may be about right here. And so when you throw this ball, you're going to be able to possession that on the sideline, like right up in here, just how I did. And normally the user will be about right here, like right about here when you possession that. So that's something that I really love doing. I just need to make sure I did show that. So now let's get into man coverage. So I talked about kind of like zone. There's other things you can do versus zones, but this, like I said, this is man. I want to make sure I reiterate that this is for man coverage. So let's go ahead and press. Now the reason I like this setup right here for man, for one, is quick. For two, they will always double team that end, and for three, they never ever account for that tight end on that delay phase. So let me show you what I'm talking about right here. So hopefully I get time. Of course I don't, but you see right there how they actually didn't cover him. The man that was responsible for him didn't cover. Now if you want to make sure that you get that tight end open, well, not tight end, but if you want to make sure you're able to get out the pocket just about every single time, I can't guarantee, but just about, just make sure you double him. And you're going to see right here, now they do double team, and now I can, you see how I release him, and now look, you see how he's going to get wide open. And the reason that works like that is because for some reason Madden 21 is just bugged to where when the quarterback rolls out the pocket, whoever is responsible for that defender just doesn't guard. And that's what the same concept as PA boots. I know that you're thinking like, bro, you really just spent 6 minutes talking about PA boot. Yeah, because a lot of people don't really know about it. And for two, I want to show you why it works, you know, or some other things that you can do, and also have some more setups coming. Don't worry about that. So the reason that works is because for some reason the person responsible for the tight end, which is this guy, I believe, because one's responsible for the running back, one's responsible for the tight end, but when you do a play action, it sucks both of them in, and especially when you roll out the pocket, there's going to be nobody that accounts for the tight end, which is why he's able to leak. And also what you're going to notice is that we can have this route wide open. Why? Because that's our best receiver, and normally he's going to be able to win his matchup if that's your best receiver on a crossing route. So already you're kind of seeing why this offense is really good, especially if you have a fast quarterback. That's why I chose the Ravens to kind of showcase this with. Now let's get into some other setups, and I'm going to show you some gameplay. So another setup that I really love that attack man coverage is this one right here. So I still like to keep my X on the delay fade. Now normally I might either block the running back or I may not. Just depends. Right here I'm gonna block them just because. And now from here I'll take circle, put them on a slant, and then I'm just simply going to motion them over. So now I'm just seeing what the user's going to do. So let's say the user runs with the slant, right? So cool, I'm going to throw a triangle just like that. I know you're probably thinking, real, obviously, come on now. That's a simple play right there. And a lot of times, what y'all got to understand, simple things work on Madden, you know? The problem is when you start trying to overcomplicate things. And the reason I like to keep this delay fade is because sometimes after I run that play once, what I'll do is I'm gonna spot him because I know I'm gonna get hollered at trying to showcase this, but I'll still double team this in. And now let's say the user lets the slant go, because still no, we could throw that backside slant, but it was glitchy. Oh my god, look at that, look how I'm getting screamed at. But I was trying to show you that sometimes you can still roll out the pocket and have the delay fade. That's just something that you gotta keep in mind also. Now one of the other things I want you to realize is that you can still streak a tight end. And now one of the things you can't do, you can take square and put him on a slant, because circle can still be a man-beating route. Not a lot of people know it, but circle can still beat man. Now, that's Willie Snead versus Jerry Alexander. Oh, actually, they switched. So it might be able to get open now, because it's kind of like a speed play. See how he sticks his foot in the ground, and now sometimes you can get separation. I know right there he didn't, but some of the times you actually can. Let's see if I can get that open one more time. Then I'm gonna show you some gameplay, and then I'll kind of get into the other play that I like. So anyways, let's just take square, put him on a slant. And now we'll block a running back. Go ahead and take him, motion him across. And now you can take X, put him on the delay fade. It's completely up to you. I was supposed to call over the top. I think I did, actually. So you see how now we called over the top and he actually beats him? So that's one of the ways that I like to manipulate people playing over the top. And one more thing before I get into the game. I know I said that already, but just bear with me. I got one more good thing I want to show y'all. So let's say they're putting purples, right? So if they're not putting nobody deep, I want you to understand that you can actually throw that S post out there. Sometimes I like the smart route, as you can tell right here. You see how it kind of changed? Well, you might not be able to tell, but it did change. A lot of times I like the smart route, that route, and then I'll take the circle, put him on a slant. And so what this is going to do, and I might take X, put him on a drag or something, or I may just keep him on delay fade. But anyway, what this is going to do, you're going to hold the user in the middle, because they're going to want to follow that slant. Hopefully I get enough time to show you this. If not, then I'm not going to worry about it. Hopefully they don't go crazy. As you can tell, see how I kind of floated right there to square. I can kind of click on them, rack it. That's going to be a very real throw. So if you want to throw that, I recommend just kind of sneaking your second best receiver right there if you know that's what they're doing. And last thing, I promise, last thing, and then we'll get some gameplay. I'm doing a lot of teaching right here, so I hope y'all appreciate it. But If you're noticing that they're doing a lot of press animation, so they're not calling over the top, I recommend running this setup where I take square, put him on a streak, and then I'll take circle, put him on a slant, just like this. And now from here, I may just take X and put him on a drag. So what this is going to do, if they are not calling over the top, that means they're having press animation. So that means you want to look, this is going to be your first look. You're going to say, okay, what's this safety doing right here? This safety right here. So let's say, you know, he's in the purple, so you see him move out, then that's going to be my first read. Does he win off the press? Okay, no, he doesn't. Well, let me look at this drag route, because drag routes cannot get pressed. So 9 times out of 10, you're going to have it drag over. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So let's say I snap the ball, I see square. Okay, no, he didn't get a win animation, but I see triangle right there. He didn't zone drop right. Then that's how I'm going to make that throw right there. So that's just kind of how I run this offense. Now, last thing I want to get into before I end the video is gonna be PA halfback flat. So this is what the play looks like stock right here. So it's very simple what I like to do with this play. So I like to actually utilize this backside in route right here, but since this is your third best receiver, I would recommend like secretly kind of switching Snead out for him and putting him right here. And then because you can actually have your third receiver run this, because it's still a glitchy crosser route, so it's going to get open pretty good, but you want the user to have to go guard circle. That's what you're banking on. So for as far as the setup, what I like to do personally, I can take X and either put him on a drag if I feel like his man. So if I feel like his man, then I would run a setup that's similar to this, or I would take triangle and I'll probably do double drags just like this, because you want to be able to make the user have to decide on where he wants to go. Or what I'll do, I'll take X, put him on a streak, and I'll just run it just like this, like a kind of like a Madden 20 type of concept, but it still works great against man coverage depending on what you get, because a lot of times you can still lowball that. Now right there, obviously Boykin's not going to win that matchup, but if I went in and subbed in a receiver, or if I put in you know, my second best right here, then that's a very weird throw to make. So I just wanted to make sure I kind of go over this, because I really like this setup. I like utilizing that backside in route. I feel like in routes are still good versus man. They work better in game than they do in practice mode, so it makes it kind of frustrating and kind of show y'all. So anyway, this is my favorite setup. As you can tell, square, let's see if we can get them open that time. So you can tell you want to make sure you low ball that every single time. Yes, literally every single time. Now I also have not been calling over the top. I've just been pressing. So let's see if I call over the top this time, because like I said, 9 times out of 10 people are going to call over the top because they do not want to risk having to get one play bomb pretty much with the streak route. So right there, if you call over the top, then sometimes you still can't have that throw. It's just really glitch with that out route, and it's gonna kind of stress the user. So another setup that I like that after this I'll kind of get it, I'll end the video after this. So I'll just take him, put him on a slant, and I may just do a double slant. So the reason I would do this is because I want to see where the user's going to go. So let's say, for example, of course I'm in cover 3, but if you are in cover 3, you see you can still throw that right there. I forgot to switch it to man, but that's why I like it, because these setups I give y'all, they work versus zone and they work versus man. That's why I say, just because I say I'm going to focus on man doesn't mean that it's only for man. It just means that that's all that I want to talk about right now. So let's say call over the top. So the reason I said I like this double slant is because what you want to do, you want to see where the user's going to go, because most likely they're going to pass that slant off. And if they're not putting purples, this is when I like this double slant combo. So the reason why is because they can't use or guard 2 slants. So whoever is, so right here, this is my best receiver, right? So I would take circle and motion. Now if you had your best receiver right here, then I would take triangle motion. Why is that? Because I'm banking on the fact of my best receiver can win versus a slant. So what, I would take him right here, and I would just motion him across. Let me make sure I'm a man first before I do all that. Okay, and I promise this is the last thing I'm doing before I end the video, but you just want to read the user. So where's the user at? Hopefully I can go into replay and have a little bit of time to be able to show you exactly what I'm talking about. And of course we don't catch it, but let me hop into replay, kind of quickly show you what I'm talking about, then we're going to go ahead and end the video. And drop a like if you enjoy me showing y'all these kind of different concepts. And I know for a fact y'all have never seen this kind of concept before, but the reason, oh, y'all seen that? Okay, my game just glitched heck really hard. But anyway, just want to motion them across. You see, we have the slant right here. You can still lowball that. You can throw that. You don't even need to lowball that. So what you banking on the fact of that you can have this in route develop right in the middle. So as you can tell, picture this being your user, right? So you see how he's responsible for the running back. Picture him being your user. So let's say the user sees what? He sees a slant. So now he's like, okay, which slant do I want to run with, right? So if he runs with this slant, then what? I can throw this slant to my best receiver. Now if he chooses to run with my best receiver on a slant, then what? He'll run right here, and more than likely what you're banking on, so pay attention, what you're banking on is the user peeling off of this route and guarding this in route. Why? Because his instinct's going to tell him that, okay, he must want to throw that in route, and I have a man running with that slant. So you want to throw this slant right about here, pass, lead them to the sideline, possession, catch that. And I'll demonstrate that one more time, then I'll end the video, and then yeah, that'll be all. So just go ahead and press right here. And like I said, I like this when they call in. For one, when they call over the top, and for two, I like it even if they don't. I still like when they have two high safeties, or even if they play like a one high purple type of thing. So then you just have to pretty much make a read at that point. So take X, put them on a streak, take circle, put them on a slant, take triangle, put them on a slant. And I like to block my running back or put them on a flare route. Normally I like to block them though, because I kind of want to hold that player in the middle. Or if you don't want to hold them, then you can just put them on a swing route, whichever way you want. And now from here, what? I'll take this guy and motion him over. Okay, am I still in zone? Okay, I'm not. I'm in man. So like I was telling you, you can still have circle right there on the sideline. You just want to possession catch that ball. But anyways, that's gonna wrap it up for this video. Do let me know if you enjoy this trips tight end. Not trips tight end. I keep saying trips tight end, but this pistol trip scheme, because I was really having a lot of fun with the Ravens. I think I went on like a 2 or 3 game win streak while I was gathering all the gameplay and everything for this video. But anyways, I hope you have a blessed day. I'm Ray Jarrell, and I'm out.